Okay guys, welcome black belt training. For this cycle, we are going to review on this video. So you guys will have in one place what you're expected to do for promotion. And then you're gonna be able to go back to the videos that we attach these links to where we actually did the drills or the classes for it, okay? So we're going over the sections in this video. There will be links provided for you to be able to go back, or you should just know where they're at for your training. All right, so we're gonna start with the boxing segment first. Guys, getting a good boxing stance. What I'm looking for here is a nice balanced stance. You're not leaning forward, not leaning backwards. You got pressures on the balls of your feet. All right, you got your chin down, shoulders up. Gloves are in front of you. All right, you got to be able to see those, so you don't want to cover your face. You want to be out a little bit. Okay, elbows are down, nice and tight. Your body's rounded here, and your stomach's tight. So you can take a punch if you need to. All right, your elbows are in nice and tight. So that's what we're looking for there. Turn to the side, please, sir. Okay, guys, and other side, the other way. Perfect, okay, perfect. All right, back to the front. The only two punches we really worked on this cycle were the jab and the cross. And so let's go ahead and do that. Jab, very good, and cross, very good. And let's just pop a couple jabs out there. Go ahead, let's do them live. Bah, bah, bah. So guys, be able to do them fast, but also be able to do them slow. Let's do a couple slow, so we can see that you understand the technique, okay? Understand the pivot foot. Okay, so whenever I'm punching here, I'm also pivoting. Unless, we talked about this in the video, unless I'm going forward. If I'm going forward, then I'm going to be traveling forward with both feet. First the front foot, then that second foot would follow. Okay, that's how we do that. All right, same thing with a cross. Throw a bunch of them out there, so fast. Bang, bang. Throwing them live. Look at his other hand. We're going to be looking for your other hand to be up. Other elbow in. Eye contact looks good. Slow it down. We're going to ask you to slow it down. You can show us what you're doing. Back foot's pivoting, but it's not picking up off the ground. Your heel comes off the ground, but your toes do not. All right, so that's what we're looking for the jab and the cross. Excellent. So as a part of the drill there, we did with partners. So we're going to go ahead and assume for your promotion you're not going to have a partner. So we're not going to do that, but we did train on it. If you want to face me, sir. We talked about hitting across and hitting across. So not hitting the same side. Like here, him punching this and him punching this, that would not be the way we wanted you to train this cycle for working mitts. We want you to go across and go across, and go across and go across, okay? So that's how we did the training on that. So make sure your partner understands. Go ahead and hit it good, go ahead and hit it fast. There you go, hit it fast, hit it fast, hit it fast, hit it fast. Good, hit it slow. See, my hand is basically cupping that. Other side, I'm cupping that. That's how I would hold the pads. Make sure your partner was doing that for you, okay? So that's all we did for the boxing. Now, we did talk about, for self-defense this cycle, we're gonna incorporate more boxing, advanced boxing. And this is where we got into the parrying and returning. So we talked about then if someone's jabbing at you, learning how to parry that. Someone's jabbing at you or crossing at you, learning how to parry that, okay? So he's jabbing at me, then same side parry. It's a little bit like a block. All right, but you're really, like what we were doing here, you're kind of doing that with the same side now. Okay, and a little bit you're redirecting it to come away from your face. Other side, cross comes in, so it's like I'm touching it and then redirecting it just a little bit. Guys, I'm not grabbing it and trying to block it down. So we don't want to see this. That's not going to be a good parry. Parries are more like this. That's about how much it moves. You're just inside, okay? Inside right there. And then using head movement. Awesome. Okay, we talked about then how to counter that. So when someone jabs at you and you parry it, then we talked about how to do the same side power counter. And if they cross at you and you parry it, same side counter. So we're going to be looking at you can do that. And then do it in combos. If I jab at you, he can do a cross and then a hook or a cross jab. Boom. Boom. And if I cross at him, he can parry it and throw a jab cross, okay? I guess he could also do from here a cross hook. It's just, we want to see that you can counter off of doing your parry with a two combination move, okay? And that's what we use for self-defense this cycle. We want to see that you guys have been practicing that and then you can do a great job with it. All right, so that's it for our boxing section. Stay tuned for the next section. Okay, guys. Now we're going to go over the weapons for this cycle. We were working on our John Bomb. Hopefully you guys didn't knock out any lights or anything like that during this practice. And if you did, put a comment below because we'd love to read about it. But we're going to go ahead and do this. We're going to do it facing away from you, so it's like you're following us. Mr. Munoz, go ahead and get position, please. All right, and Jumi. Okay, we're going to do the first part. Ready, and begin. He's going really slow so you can keep up with him. Keep going, sir. Keep going. Keep going. All right, and next part. Stay there. You're fine on the screen. Very good. And continue. You are fine in the screen. Go ahead. Very good. And good. Keep going. Keep going. Good. Okay, and real quick here, this is the third degrees. We didn't do a third degree form because all the third degrees, to our knowledge, know the form. So if you're a third degree and you don't know the form, raise your hand and let us know, and we'll send you a video of the form. Or you can just go find one. But anyways, we want to make sure we're doing some of the things properly in the form, though. And so this form is very hard with the hand techniques. And so in the beginning, the first couple moves are really easy. As we get into the next section, go ahead, sir. Do your round kick, and your foot goes behind you. You'll have to scoot up a little bit. There we go. Okay, so as you put your foot behind you, right here, your hands are going to be ready. Now, make sure you're doing ridge hands on this. Okay, go ahead, sir. Circle, and you're doing ridge hand. You're going to have to practice that. So you already know, you should know how to do the double low block. And so basically, you flip in your hands opposite from there and then reverse your activity, okay? So that's how I learned it many, many times. So what do I mean by that? So you're here with a double knife hand block, okay? And in order to get there, you went up and around for that, okay? So it's similar to that, but I want you to just flip those hands, and as you come back through, then flip your hands again. So start with them flipped, stretch them, and that way you will get the proper twisting that you need to do the technique. So that's how you're going to get better at that. All right, next part I want you to focus on then is the same thing. Go to the double block you just did, a jumping block. So, and then this punch, boom, boom. This punch, I want to make sure you guys, your chest is squared that way. All right? So your first punch, go ahead and punch. Your chest is square this way. Second punch, that way. Circle, inner forearm, still this way. Now when we load for the next technique, go ahead and load. Chest is square and finish. Chest is that way again. So we want to make sure you have all of those movements really specific with your chest. Don't cheat and stay here in the middle and do all those moves like punch, circle, and your chest stays here the whole time. It should not. If you're punching with your front hand, your chest should turn. If you're punching with your back hand, your chest should turn. If you're loading this way, your chest should turn. And if you're blocking, your chest should turn. All right? Technically on that. Keep going there into the jump turn. The jumping, boom, boom, boom. We're going to get to the next part, which is the 9-block part. Okay? So we're doing that. Let's do a load for that. Face the camera if you would on this one. So he's going to load for that 9-block, and then watch the hands. It's obviously a slow technique, so he's slow, and boom. Do that again, please. Loading. Make sure your hands started in a proper position, which is going to be opposite of the way they finish. So he's coming, he's coming, he's coming. They haven't twisted yet, and now they twist. So save the twist for the end. Okay? Right there. And so that's important. Then it's important then when we do the front kick ridge hand, we're really looking for a good reversing of the hand, and then the same thing there. Boom. Got to get the twist. Getting that twist. Very nice. Next part, I want to get to this stab underneath here. No. Let's go back. Let's do this one here. These blocks are tough. Takes lots of practice. All right. So you kicked with your right. So then your high arm to load should be over here. That's how I always remember it. Like this one was up, then it was the opposite side. Okay. Now as you're coming through, block. Okay. Make sure you're at an angle. Turn to the side, please. Look at this angle. It's far away from him. We don't want these in tight like this or in front of you like this. It's got to be at angles far away from your body as if you were really blocking. Okay, next one. And blocking here. Okay, good. And I think, we'll check this, but the hand going down should be on the outside. Because it's a low block, and low blocks travel on the outside. That's probably why he didn't get the 999 on the last tournament. Okay, just kidding, I have no clue. But that's how I want to see you guys doing it. The traveling hand going down on the outside because it's a low block. Okay, just keep that in mind. So you have to practice that till you get it. So work on that section. Okay, and right after that are the two kicks, the spinning kicks. Here's what I'm looking for on those for this testing. All right, so I need to make sure you guys are popping the target. Okay, so if I'm holding something here, and he's round or crescent kicking, go ahead, sir. It should pop. There's a snap in there. Go ahead, sir. There's a snap in that thing. Let's do it again. So he snaps it, and he spins, and snaps it. I do not want to see a stiff, straight leg doing like a weird X swingy thing through it. We're not stiff legging through, all right? If you hit something with a stiff leg, you're going to hyperextend your knee, all right? Your knee does not have the stability to be able to take that. No different than if I'm throwing a back fist and I hit something solid, my elbow does not have the stability to withstand the force of my hand traveling through something that's hard. If I back fist here, my elbow gives. My wrist won't give. My shoulder's not going to give. The weakest part here is going to be my elbow, and that's going to give there. All right, so if I snap through it, that's good. Snap through it. Same with the kick. The knee and the elbow joints are very similar joints. So as he comes through, he's going to snap through it. He's not going to stiff leg through it. Make sure you're doing that in that form, okay? Let's see, next part. Let's do the upset spear. Very good. And let's do that facing the camera, please. Here's how I want you guys doing that. And good. And making sure you're getting a full twist and all that. All right? Good. Here we go. This part, next part. Back, the hammer fist. Go ahead, sir. Make sure that hammer fist is coming behind you. Your target would be here. Yet I see a lot of people hammer fist this direction. Well, who's over there? Nobody. The bad guy's right here. You hammer fist him in the woo-hoo right here. Okay? And then what's the next move? You elbow him in his belly or his face at that time. Because if you hit him in the hoo-hoo, he's going to fall forward and go, oh, hit me there. All right? And then as you step back, you turn around the next move, what are you doing? Hook kick, ground kick, side kick. You're finishing them off. Can you imagine this combination on somebody? Let's visualize it, okay? So Mr. Munoz is going to do it, but we're going to do it this way so you can see what happens here. Let's do that 45. So he hits me in the hoo-hoo, boom. That makes me fall down. Hits me with the elbow, bang. I'm all up here, I'm rocked. Hits me, oh, boom, with a hook kick. But bang with that. He's like, get out of the way. That's what we're doing there. That's a crazy combination. So practice it as if you were like in a video game and you're killing somebody with all that. All right, that's pretty special. Boom, boom. Next move, as you do that hook kick, down kick, side kick, and then you land forward, then we're going to do this movement here. Make sure you're showing the twisting at the end. How do you know where to go? Reverse your hands and then go backwards, and then that's where you're going to finish your twist. It goes for any of these techniques at this point. So those are all the sticky points of this form. Obviously, you have two sides, so if one side repeats, do the same thing we just fixed on the other side too. Okay? I said questions on third degree, you raise your hand, but those are the details that we're really looking for on that. All right, sir, thank you very much. All right, get to work, guys. We'll see you soon.